Hello, 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 everyone, and good morning to you all. This is Eva with Stitching in the Interlake. How's everybody doing? Well, it is Monday, the 21st of August. One more day, one more sleep. I'm like a kid waiting for Christmas. But I am waiting. I want to get this done with. So this time tomorrow morning, we'll be almost in Winnipeg or almost there, and my appointment's at 11. So, yes. All right. I have progress. I finished up all my silver threads here yesterday. I finished up the wings right here. I finished up whatever extra stitching I had to do. And now I am on my beadwork. Yes, 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 yes. Great progress. We'll see how long this takes. So I've decided, because I'm working here on her headpiece right there, that I am using the thread, the silver thread, like this one. No, not that one. This one. Okay. And I've doubled it over. And for the, is this the one? So, yeah. Okay. This is the one, the 02010 color, which is kind of a silver opaque. That is going to be for her headpiece. Okay. So I've got these beading needles or whatever that I picked up at Michael's the other day. Like this. And I'm using these ones way over here, which are a size, between size 10. And I've got 2 sets of them, so that's good. So yeah, I checked, and most of the beads will pass through this. Okay, I have my beading tray that I bought, I don't know, 4 years ago or something. I think I got it on AliExpress, but I'm not sure. I don't know who else would have them. You can easily make your own. This is kind of felty type material, and it's, I guess it's cardboard circles, and then you just put there, and then you put the, yeah, and it's all glued together. And I think I paid like $9 for it, which is outrageous. So anyway, okay, so I've got this, and then I've got this blue color, which will also be going in there. So let me start. So as you can see, I started in the bottom left, and I'm going down into the top right. I put my bead in there. And that's how you do a bead. Okay, can we do it again? I start here in the bottom left. I grab a bead. I'd have to put these down here, just so that I have them. I put a bead on there. And then I go down into top right. And that is all that beading is. Okay? And it should be taut, but not, because if you do them loosely, the bead kind of wobbles and will turn and all that, and you don't want that. Okay? You want them to stay in position. Now, you can probably use a piece of felt and just have it there, and it's just something that your beads will stay on. Oh yeah, I'm liking that. I am liking that. So I've been going through my bead stash to find what it is that I think will look good. Better get these ones over here. And you can do it where you come up here on the other side and split these threads like that and go down. I don't have to do that. So, and I am using Mill Hill beads, and I'm using, I don't know who these were from, but yeah, sometimes I find them like this. Okay. But please use glass beads. Don't use the plastic beads, because you lose, plastic can never shine like glass will shine. All right? It loses something. It loses something. Sometimes it is that I get going on this and I've got maybe 4 colors here going at once. Oh gosh, yeah. That looks good. Here. And as long as you have your bead, see, the beads always go in the same direction. And see here, mine don't move. And that's what you want. You don't want your bead to move. But I mean, it's so easy. It is so easy that you're just going to wonder why you're still doing French knots or whatever. Don't be afraid of it. It's just a half a cross stitch. Here. And I've got like 2 bins practically full of beads. And take your time doing this, because it's you want to do a good job. See, my beads are solid in there. Yes, occasionally I have where it's not really that solid, and I can tell. And the reason why I decided on this silver thread is so that these beads here will shine more like silver. It's almost like mercury, the color. If I were to use a blue, then this silver would take on a blue tinge. So always be careful of what your beading thread is. Some people will use fishing line. And you can most certainly use fishing line. I've never used it myself. But pull on it, but don't pull too hard that it buckles. So it is so easy to do this. You stress out over nothing. And adding beads is just, it adds dimension and texture and sparkle. And I can tell you that once you start doing this, you're going to be wanting to do this. But you need to take your time with it, especially if you're just starting out. Okay. It's, but, you know, once you get on a roll, like I can set a rhythm with these. That I can just sit here and do this. So, yeah. I was going to put a different type of bead here, like a bigger bead, but I don't have enough. I have 30 and I need 40. I may see what I can find in at McDonald's, at Michael's tomorrow. I had a much better sleep last night. So I was grateful for that. These are a little bit harder to see because they blend in with the background. Now, you can also use a plate, because I've done that. But you want a little bit bigger surface area. So, here. But really look, see what the color is supposed to be. And like this was supposed to be stitched. But I'm not stitching. I'm putting beads in instead because I think it would look awesome. And that's what you want. You want to add the sparkle. Now, if you find you're going along and bead is a little bit loose that you've stitched on the row before, then what you can do is just slide your needle through it again and tamp it down. So, I'm going to put a little bit different bead here for because I want this all in. You see how that looks? See, and it grabs the light. Now, if you don't wish to do beads, then by all means just stitch it. But it really is not difficult. So, come on, get in there. See? You just put it in there. But be careful, because I've done this I don't know how many times. You forget there's a bead on there, and then you go and grab another bead, and then you do it, and then you've got two beads there. So then you've got to cut it because it doesn't look right. And so always make sure you check to make sure there's a bead on there. If in doubt, check. Believe me, it will save you a lot of hassle. Okay. Alrighty, go there. And I would recommend from something like this, like don't finish here and then decide you're going to come up here, right? Don't do that. Work like on this is top down. But all it is a half cross stitch through the bead. And make sure that your bead is actually sitting there, okay? That it's not sitting up top or something like that. Now, if you've got your come on, see that one is that one twist. Come on there. Take this. Oop. Come on. Oh my gosh. Nope, stay there. I will use a... Oh, where is it here? Oh my God. Thread on there, of course. So... So you want to make sure that your bead is sitting right. Yeah, that's good. And, you know, just tell yourself, I'm only human and I'm going to make mistakes. What you can do is, instead of working here where it's all like beads all like this, I would suggest starting here. And yes, on the back, you will have carryover. Okay. I think I can go one more. And you are going to need one of these, see here, one of those style, the wire needle threaders, because it will not go through. you know, your regular needle threader will not go through the eye. And make sure that you anchor well so that it does not, it won't come out. Okay. So that's where I'm at, right there. So I'm going to get my thread here. And I'm going to do that. Now you can use floss for your thread through there. I've done that many times. But this time around, just for this part, I'm using the silver so that I can get that silver tint in there. Okay. Oops. Yeah. So these things don't usually last long for me, because I have a tendency to pull them too hard. You just got to make sure that you get a very small-eyed needle. See? That came off there. Okay. Okay. So you will have an end to this. And gosh, here, I don't know if you can see. Come on. Pulled it again. There. I have more, but I'm very hard on these things. I suppose you can put them back in here, but I do not have the patience for it. Okay, there and there. Now, you may decide that you just use one strand, and that's okay too. So, for those of you in California, and I think it's Idaho now and heading into Montana, is part of that tropical storm Hillary. And the comedic what is it? I had it. You know, the name for it doesn't escape me. Like, for the name. And I'm sure that some of you will get that. What I was trying to say, the comedic use of the name does not escape me. So, there. But see, when you have your beads already on here. Now, that's what I was going to say. If you're using a plate, you're going to find that your bead slips around. So then what I do is I lick my finger and I lift one up, and then I can do. And I will do it on this here as well. Now, you will find at times that your needle will not go through the hole in the bead. And that's because your eye is too big. Or it is that the bead was not made properly. And I just put those aside. I don't throw them away. But I put them aside so that I may come across a needle that is better, that I can use them. So, oh, come on. There and there. And just be careful if you have pets, little kids, because your beads can easily go flying. So I would suggest at the end of the day, you package up your beads. Just so you don't lose any. Now, if you're lucky to live close to a Michael's or down in the States, Joann's or Hobby Lobby or wherever, that you can get Mill Hill beads, then, or whatever bead you're using, you know. But it is an expense, right? It may not seem like it. And you can get where there are, see here, these are matte finish beads. It's yellow. This packaging is yellow, but those are white. Okay. And these are shiny beads. You will also have petite beads, and those are really small. I use petite beads, say, for eyes. So, but then, like, if you start out with a project like this, you keep the size of the bead the same. Okay. And I would suggest if you order your beads or you buy them at like Michael's or wherever, or your L&S, you make sure buy an extra package. Because just in case you spill it, just in case you run out, it's always good to have those extra. And some kits, you will use a lot of, say, 557, which is a gold, you know, so. See there, the thread gets twisted as it's going down. So there. You want that bead to be in there right, not just kind of hanging there. And that can happen. That can easily happen. I don't know why my videos are taking so long to upload. I don't know why. Like, it's just, like for a 30-minute video, it's taking 6 hours. Sometimes even longer, 8, 9 hours. So I'm not sure what the problem was or is. I don't know if it's atmospheric or whatever. Can I ask you all, those who pray, can you pray for me for tomorrow? That it all goes well and I pass, please. I know, like, I trust God. I just don't trust myself. Yeah, I believe that God will see me through it. But I don't know, like, I second guess myself, right? And that's part of faith, right? When you trust, and trust means letting go. And so it's, once it's over with, I can relax. It's very stressful for me because I've only got this one shot. If it is that I didn't do it and I can come back, in a month or something like that, but I can't. This is it. This is just a one-time deal. And I've been praying for my anxiety and panic. Okay. That's okay. And when you're putting in beads, you do your beads last. Okay? You do your beads last. Because if you do them before, you will have trouble getting a stitch in. So, see, that's part of her headpiece. I had, if you remember way back, I had stitched this part and I did not like it because it didn't look right to me. It looked unfinished. It didn't look right for a angel. She's supposed to be more sparkly and that. And if I would have left it, I would have regretted it. I would have regretted it. Okay. From there. So this coming Sunday will be alive. And I will remind you of that as the week progresses. It's only those Sundays where Father Paul comes. Because we have Mass at noon. So, yeah. And even though I'm right beside the church, it took me until 1:30 to come in. So, like this looks just super, 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 super. Look at that. Isn't that nice? Yeah. But you can decide, like, you could, instead of having silver beads up here, you can choose a white. You can choose a blue or gray. But what you want to do is get a color that's in your picture, right? You don't want to put where everything's blue and then you put a red in there. No. If she had red in places, then I could understand it. But nope. So you just get into a rhythm. And I like to just sit here and just, because every bead that goes in, well, for one thing, it's one bead less, right? And one bead closer to finishing. But it's also, I love to see how it shines and how it sparkles and how it just generally looks. You know. So I'm just going to work here to the end of my thread here for you. But as you can see, beadwork is really easy. It's really, really easy. It's not difficult. It's not like doing hardanger. Or it's not like doing real specialty stitches that are in like some designs. Oh, gosh. I've done I've done some specialty stitches. They're not my favorite. Like I've done Igerian eyelets and small snowflakes. I mean, they're fairly easy, but it's Yeah. See, I was going to show you. Do you see how that bead turns silver? It looks like mercury, right? This way here and on here, it's more white than it is silver. But it is this silver thread that gives it that extra bit. So, where am I? Right there. So, they didn't come to start on the porch because it's supposed to rain all week. Is that right? Nope, wrong color. Just wait. Gotta go for the blue. So, yeah, right there. And this one is silver. But I'd be interested in hearing back from you all what you think of beading. It's so simple. It's so easy. It is nothing to, you know, get your panties in a knot. That's for sure. I want to try and go to the credit union here right away. Okay. I wanted a different color there. I'm not sure. I'm not sure what it was, the color I was going to put in there. But I will stop there and I will get that color that I need here. And so that's the way that it looks. You see that? I think it just adds something. It's just, my mother had a headpiece like this. I think a lot of our mothers did back then. It was just a half piece on their head. My mother would wear hers to church. I have no idea where all that stuff went to. None. Probably trashed it years ago. So, but doesn't that look good? Oh, I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. All right, everybody. So I guess that's it. I hope you enjoyed this tutorial on how to bead. Don't be scared of it. Nothing. It is easy peasy, easy peasy. What is it? Easy peasy lemon squeezy. Okay, everyone. So, may you be happy. May you be healthy. May you be well. May God bless you this day and every day. God loves you, and so do I. And so does Miss Lilybell and Jonah. Sydney is somewhere hiding. So, yes, I'm going to do the second video for tomorrow. I'm going to do later on this afternoon. And, yeah, so, and it will upload tomorrow. So, and we'll see how far I got done this afternoon. Okay. Thank you, Jesus, for being my Lord and Savior. Thank you for saving me from my sins. Thank you for being there in my darkest and deepest moments. Thank you for loving me like you do. Thank you for caring enough for me that you would see that my sins would be forgiven. And that's a prayer I pray for all of you as well. Okay, everyone, I guess that's it. So have a wonderful day, and we'll talk to you later. Toodle-oodles, everybody!